Hi, I'm Judy Fleming, the Director of Howdy Acres Canada, and this week's food is picnic food. And we've got some things that we can use when we go on picnics. Our first one that comes to mind is our yellow cooler bag, and this is an absolutely fabulous tool to use. You can carry your stuff in it. It's got a shoulder strap as well. It's got little pockets you can put napkins in. It's got a section that you can put your thermos in. The thermos doesn't come with it, but it holds just about any personal size thermos. It's got a big part that holds all kinds of foods, and it has a pull-out Velcro interior so that you can wash this up. And we just had a picnic on the weekend, and this was quite dirty inside, and it washed up beautifully. And then inside, it's all insulated. You can actually put this back in. I just wanted to show you how easy it is to clean. And then you pull this out, and you can put your cooler things in. There's all the different sizes that you can put in here. So I like to put a big one at the bottom, and then it's going to keep everything quite cold. And then if I need more coolness, I can put extras in. It also has an insulated part on the side that can keep things in there as well, and that's usually where I put my Barty Max bottle because I want to keep it from getting cold or keep it from getting hot from the sun. So when I open this up at the end of a driving day, when I've been on the road, and I take my bottle of Barty Max out, it is quite at room temperature type thing. So it's a really good versatile tool for carrying all your picnic stuff. And we used 2 of them this weekend, along with all of our thermoses. And we got our cooler, this keeps things hot or cold, our thermoses, and you can buy all different types of thermoses, and they all fit inside quite nicely. And we have our beautiful blanket, and we're calling this our picnic blanket now. And it comes with a handle so that you can actually carry it very, very easily, as you can see. And we took a couple of those with us, along with our games, so that we could have some very comfortable picnicking and sit on the ground if we want. Another thing that we wanted to talk about were our Rada Knives. When I'm chopping up food and getting food ready for the picnic, as you'll see later in this video, we're using the different Rada Knives, and we've got the French chef knife, we've got the cook's knife, which is a bit smaller, and what's nice about these knives is you can resharpen them as well. So it's really good aluminum handles, but do not put them in your dishwasher. That's not a good idea for aluminum. And then we've got the 6-inch slicer. We've also got the serrated slicer. I've never sharpened that one. I don't think that one should be sharpened. Then we got a little paring knife, another thin serrated one for doing your tomatoes, and it slices up tomatoes beautifully. And then there's a vegetable peeler as well. So the Rada Knives are really versatile, very inexpensive, a great tool as well. And we will talk about the salad spinner and how it's wonderful to be able to get all your greens ready and keep them in your fridge overnight or for the week. We also have the slicer, the Mandoline slicer, and we're going to use that in the salad later on. And then some other things that we use when we're going on picnics are, as I said, our thermoses, our little containers. You can put salads in the bigger containers, and then your dressing separate, especially for the green salads. You don't want those to blend. And you can keep these nice and cool inside your cooler bag. I also like to be environmentally friendly when I go picnicking, so we actually bought a set of plastic plates, and we're using paper napkins, but sometimes we use our cloth napkins so we're not creating more garbage. And instead of plastic spoons and plastic glasses, we use the lids from all of our different thermoses, and we actually used a set of our old cutlery so that we can just put it in our picnic bag, and it's always there, always ready for our picnic. Later on in the video, I'm going to show you how to put together a wonderful dessert. No picnic's a picnic without watermelon, and we've also got a cantaloupe and a honeydew, and we're going to make some melon kebabs for our dessert. Because after you've eaten all the different salads and different foods that you've brought, you really aren't all that hungry for dessert. So it's nice to have a dessert after everything's been cleaned up and we've played some of our games, badminton and frisbee and whatever, and eat a nice cool dessert like watermelon or our melon kebabs. So we'll carry on and show you some of the foods that we're going to take on our picnic as well. Hi there. We're going to now talk about the mandolin, and this is a very versatile tool. I don't think I would use it every single day, but it's certainly something that's nice to have when I want a lot of something thinly sliced. For instance, I'm making here some thin cucumber slices. Okay, so we can slice different ways with this, and first I'll just show you, I'm using the straight cut because I want evenly thin slices of my cucumber for people to use, and we're going to use these as crackers instead of crackers. Now, we have to be very, very careful when we're using this because these blades are very sharp, and usually if I'm doing a tomato slicing it, I would use this and put the tomato in there and slice down, but this is kind of hard with the cucumber. And what was nice about the cucumber, it was a nice long cucumber, so when I get closer to the end, I just stop, and we're going to have to use a different method for the last, which is a sharp knife. And of course we're using our wonderful Rada Knives here, and this is the paring knife, and I can slice the last few pieces this way, but considering this is a big picnic we're going on, I needed a lot of them, so a mandolin came in handy. Now this is the blade, and it's got different, Jessica can just zoom in here, different types of cutting edges. We've got the regular one, and then we've got, just one second while I put this back in, very, very, very sharp, and you can change your level of this as well. We can change the level of how thick we want it or how thin we want it, or if we want it, let's just see, we can just try this here, if we want it some waffle cut, or in this particular case, I got some very thinly julienne pieces of cucumber, which works out really nice as well. I can change the blade by pressing in and turning the handle. Now I'm going to have wider pieces, like maybe potato chips, if you were still eating potato chips. Press in and I can turn it again and bring it around and have the thin ones. Or I can press it in, turn it around, and have a thick piece going through if I wanted thick, straight pieces. So there's many, many different things you can do with this particular mandolin. Okay, so we're here now to make the actual food for this picnic. We've talked about all the tools we'll take with us and use on the picnic, the yellow cooler bag and the blanket, and we are now going to actually make some actual food that we're going to take on the picnic. And you can make anything you want to go on a picnic. And when we say picnic food, we just mean food that can transport, that can go from your home to some place that you're going to eat it. It could be the backyard, it can be a park, or it could be down by the beach, as we did last weekend. So I've got here the salad spinner, and it's the OXO Salad Spinner. And what I like about this is that I can spin my greens dry, and then I can actually leave them in the salad spinner because it's a very handy tool to be able to use. It's a big strainer, so you can use it as a strainer as well. And when you spin dry, what we have in it today for this picnic food is we have our fresh mint from our organic garden, and we have two different kinds of basil. We have our dark basil and our green basil. So I've washed it all up, and now I'm going to spin it dry, and it's very, very easy to use, as you can see. Okay, and then I can press the little black button on the side to slow it down because I want it to stop and be able to use what's in there. And now we have it spun dry. And we have another one at the back here that we've already got our spinach spun dry, and I always have two on the go because I have so many greens that I'm eating all the time. So I'm going to take my mint out, and I didn't pull my mint apart yet because I want it to be able to very quickly get my basil, because we're going to make a basil pesto sauce. So I'm going to take my mint out and just leave it here. And I've got my two different kinds of basil. This is organic basil that we've used from our own garden here at Helly Acres in Canada on the side of our building. And we're going to put this in with some extra virgin organic olive oil. We're going to add a little tiny bit of garlic. And I am going to add a tiny little bit of mint to it because we have so much fresh mint right now. And we're trying to use mint in more than just the one or two recipes. So I'm just going to make up this basil pesto, and then we'll put together a salad. And just another thing I wanted to mention about this OXO salad spinner, especially if I have two of them on the go, I can press down the lever here and lock it in place. So now it's a flat, and I can take my older one, it doesn't have the clear lid, but it's still the same, and I can stack them in my fridge like this so that it doesn't take as much room in my fridge as well, which is kind of handy. But what you want to do before you put it in the fridge is you want to spin everything dry, and then you've got your greens in there, empty out the water that was there. So we just empty out the water and put the basket back in, and now I can put my dry mint leaves in there and lock it up and put that in my fridge. Slow it down. Put that in my fridge, and now my mint leaves are ready for me when I need them, maybe tomorrow or the next day, because obviously I have way more mint leaves than what I can use in one day. Okay? Okay, so the first salad we're going to make is a zucchini, sweet potato or yam salad, and we've got our zucchini made on our spiruli, and we talked about our spiruli a few months ago in one of our videos, so we've got that. And we kind of want to make on the outside, so it sort of looks like a raw spaghetti. And then we've got our yam or sweet potato done as well, and we're going to put that into this bowl and mix the other things with it. So we're going to mix in a whole assortment of things. We want to have some green onion, which I've already cut up using the Rada Knives. We're just going to put that and mix it by hand in with the zucchini. And when you're making salads for going on a picnic, I'll always make a lot so that you can take it to the picnic and have some for home, so you've got that some for the next day as well. So we'll just put that to the side, and now we're going to add our salad dressing and whatever to this. This is a dark basil salad dressing, and we're going to drizzle it on the zucchini so that it also has a nice flavor. Just toss that up so that the zucchini has the salad dressing on as well. Put back around the side. Our lovely, oh, beautiful looking. Everything smells so nice and fresh. And everything we're using today, or pretty well everything, is from our organic gardens as well. Okay, so we need a little bit more dressing here, and then we're going to add some of the things to add color to it. We have some chopped up radish here that we're going to add a little bit of that to it. And there's really no right or wrong for what you can add to your salad. I'm going to add some peas. Green and fresh peas in the at this time of year are everywhere in all of your farmer markets, and that's another place you can get the vegetables if you don't have them in your own garden. Go to the farmers markets, and they're just starting to open up now in May and June, so it makes it really, really nice. Then we're just going to take that and put it in the center of this salad, and then when you go to serve it, now at a picnic, you're going to be putting this in your Tupperware containers or your Rubbermaid containers, which are all food-grade plastic, so they can be used, and they keep the food from leaking all over the place. So we'll just put a few more of the peas on so that it looks really nice, and a little bit more of our radish, which is going to be really nice looking salad. So there's one of our salads that we will be serving at our picnic. Okay, so what is a picnic without potato salad, right? Well, we're going to make a sweet potato salad, and we did cook our sweet potatoes. We cut them into bite-sized pieces, and we cooked them so that they're tender. And we're going to make it right in the container that we're going to take on the picnic. I added a little bit of sea salt to the salad. And then we're going to add some yellow peppers, some green onion, celery. Of course, all of this is raw, so we're making our sweet potatoes, which are cooked, a healthier salad by adding all this raw. And then we're going to toss this with a mayonnaise, but it's a healthy mayonnaise. It's made with olive oil. And instead of lemon juice, we decided to use orange juice today. And a little bit of nutmeg and cloves and cinnamon. So we're going to add this to our salad and toss it right in. And remember, your potatoes always soak up a lot of your salad dressing. So since you're going on a picnic, you want to make sure that you've got this with enough salad dressing so it's not going to be dry when you get there. And of course, what you can do is you can use your little containers like this one here and carry the salad dressings by themselves. And the nice thing about these is that they seal so that you don't have to worry about this leaking out. Okay? So there we've got a wonderful sweet potato salad. Doesn't that just look gorgeous with all the different colors in it? So we'll have this as well as our other salad, and we have one more salad we're going to make in just a moment. Okay, and our third salad, at this time of year we got lots of cucumbers growing and radishes, and the radishes come up so quickly that we grow radishes maybe 3 times during the summer. So we're going to take our cucumbers, which we've thinly sliced with our mandolin, and our radishes, which we use one of our Rada knives to slice, and then we're going to add to them some poppy seed, which are going to add a nice splash of color, and we're going to use our dressing, and this time the dressing is made with pine nuts and apple cider vinegar and a tiny little bit of maple syrup and garlic. And we're going to toss this really rich, thick dressing that we're going to just toss with a spoon. And again, we've made it in the container that we are going to take with us to the picnic. So if you were making a green salad dressing, a green salad for your picnic, you'd want to keep the salad dressing separate in a little container. But these salads that we're making today are all salads that can sit in their dressing even overnight if they need to. So you can make all this up ahead of time. But isn't that a beautiful red and green salad? Actually, it'd be a pretty salad for Christmas time too. So we've got this radish cucumber salad that we're going to serve next. Okay, so here we are at the end of our picnic, and we've cleaned up everything, and we're all sitting around relaxing, and we just want something cool and refreshing, and what could be better than melons? And we have some wonderful melon kebabs here. You can make them up ahead of time for everybody, or just package them up already diced and let people make up their own variations of them. But what a wonderful way to have a picnic. So we have all of our things here to use on our picnic, our blanket, our yellow cooler bag, and some of the tools that we have in our kitchen and the gadgets that we have for making healthy foods easier. Have a great picnic.